Here we're going to talk about some decimal multiplication in a way that fits a pattern of this string. So first we start with 34 times 10, which is 340. And then what happens if I take 34 and make it 3.4? Well, then I've divided that by 10. So this new product should be 10 times smaller. And that means instead of 340, it'll be 34. You can tell I divided by 10 because instead of the decimal point being here, it's been moved to here, right? It's moved over one space to the left. What happens if I do 34 times 1? I also get 34. And these two are the same. They're equivalent, right? Because 10 became 1, divide that by 10, but I went back up to 34. I multiplied 3.4 by 10. So there's some balance there. Multiply by 10 here, divide by 10 there, and you multiply and dividing by 10, which doesn't change the ultimate answer, right? If you multiply and divide by 10, you really don't do much to your equation. In fact, you don't do anything. Now if I have 34 times 5, I think of this as, well, what's 5 times 30? That's 150. What's 5 times 4? That's 20. Altogether, 170. So what happens if I have 3.4 times 50? Well, I took 5, multiplied it by 10 to get 50. But to get 3.4, I took 34 and divided it by 10. So it's balanced. The equation isn't changed. I should still get 170. And I do. What if I have 34 times 0.2? Well, we can use the patterns we saw before to understand this, right? What if I knew 34 times 2 is 68? This helps me understand this problem. So even if I don't have the problem beforehand, I can make it up and then use the idea that, oh, to get from 2 to 0.2, I divide by 10. And 34 is still the same. So overall, I divide 68 by 10 and get 6.8. And again, this trick here is just to move the decimal point over from 68 to 6.8, and that's dividing by 10. So since I divide 2 by 10 to get 0.2, my answer is also 10 times smaller. So 34 times 0.2 is 6.8. So notice that if you're given a problem where you multiply it by a decimal, one strategy is to think of what if they were all whole numbers, and then to compare how the whole number equation compares with the original to understand what the answer should be, and that can help you out. Alright, thanks.